There was a couple who used to go to England to shop in a beautiful store. They both liked antiques and poetry and especially teacups. This was their 25th wedding anniversary. One day in this beautiful shop they saw a beautiful cup. They said, "May we see that? We will never seen one quite so beautiful." As the lady handed it to them, suddenly the cup spoke. "You don't understand," it said. "I haven't always been a teacup. There was a time when I was red and I was clay. The master took me and rolled me and patterned me over and over, and I yelled out, 'Let me alone.' But he only smiled, 'Not yet.' Then I was placed on a spinning wheel," the cup said, "and suddenly I was spun around and around and around. 'Stop it! I am getting dizzy,' I screamed, but the master only nodded and said, 'Not yet.' Then he put me in a oven. I never felt such heat," the teacup said. "I wondered why he wanted to burn me, and I yelled and knocked at the door. I could see him through the opening, and I could read his lips as he shook his head. 'Not yet.' Finally the door opened and he put me on the shelf, and I began to cool there. 'That's better,' I said, and he brushed and painted me all over. The fumes were horrible. I thought I would gag. 'Stop it,' I cried. He only nodded, 'Not yet.' Then suddenly he put me back into the oven, not like the first one. This was twice as hot as I knew I would sophisticate. I begged, I pleaded, I screamed, I cried all the time. I could see him through the opening, nodded his head, saying, 'Not yet.' Then I knew there wasn't any hope. I would never make it. I was ready to give up. But the door opened and he took me out and placed me on the shelf. 1 hour later, he handed me a mirror and said, 'Look at yourself.' And I did. I said, 'That's not me. That couldn't be me. It's beautiful. I am beautiful.' "I want you to remember," then he said. "I know it's hard to be rolled and patted, but if I had left you alone, you haven't have dried up. I know it made you dizzy to spin around on the wheel, but if I had stopped, you would have crumbled. I knew it hurts and was hot and disagreeable in the oven, but if I hadn't put you there, you would have cracked. I know the fumes were bad when I brushed and painted you all over, but if I hadn't done that, you never would have hardened. You would not have any color in your life. And if I hadn't put you back in that second oven, you wouldn't survive for very long because the hardness would have not healed. Now you are a finished product. You are what I had in my mind when I first began with you." Comment, what do you understand from the story?